Do you want him dead or alive?
From Milwaukee, it's Movie Chatter.
Sure is.
Sure is.
Yeah.
We were so excited about RRR.
Mm-hmm.
And that Kelly did not get.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
And on top of it, the Brewers lost like miserably.
Oh, okay.
That's where I was, why I couldn't come to the podcast. And
Yeah, so we're doing a second review of RRR.
It's
We
a
want to
little-
hear what you thought
a
of it.
little bonus. And I know you watched it when I told you about it.
right away.
You stayed up all night watching it. You were
I pretty much did.
You were
Yeah,
like,
that was a fun text chain where you guys were like, "Yeah, I'm an hour into it.
I
I'm still going."
I was
or
going to
something
say, I
like.
might have texted you guys at like midnight or 1
Yeah, I was
a.m. or
like,
something
I'm
that
still
night. I
going.
was like,
I'm
I'm
liking
still
it.
watching this movie.
I was
'Cause-
amazed because I still didn't. I didn't get in as quick as you guys did.
Bill was a little
And-
reluctant too. Me and Dave were like, watch
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
It's
And
awesome.
the amount of enthusiasm was amazing, and it has not relented.
no.
Remind me again. So this was recommended in an
By-
email?
Yeah, by Vince.
Okay.
Longtime viewer Vince.
And when it was like number 5 on the Netflix chart. So we caught it kind of late. It was on Netflix.
We did.
Yeah, it came out in March, right?
I keep looking at the posters, and it's I see something about like October,
Oh,
possibly.
maybe it hit Netflix in March?
Yeah, I'm not really sure when it hit, but we were definitely not completely
Yeah, we didn't hit the first wave, I guess.
right. People have been seeing it for a while.
But I'm so glad that Vince recommended it
Yeah.
because, and I don't often get to jump on something that quick. So I appreciate like an actual quality recommendation because sometimes, when people are like, you need to watch this and then you watch it and it wasn't worth your time.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Oh,
right. This is the exact opposite.
yeah. It was like, oh my goodness.
This is my number one recommend. Everybody that
Yeah.
says,
I recommended it today to Mike Schultz at work.
yeah,
He's one of our favorite new movie chatter aficionados and a big movie fan too.
I recommended it to Logan today.
There you go.
So
Boom.
It had
They'll like it.
everything. Like who wouldn't like this movie? I know it has insane like 91 or 93% Rotten Tomatoes, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was action, it was bromance, it had love story, it had
Yeah. Had heart.
tragedy,
had
it had
family.
It grabbed your-
oppression and rising up, and I mean,
Yeah.
and then the most sensational graphic violent scenes. And when I say graphic, I don't mean like offensive, I mean graphically beautiful.
oh right, exactly.
Yeah,
This is
yeah, in
one
a way.
beautiful movie. I cannot wait to get. I'll probably buy this on 4K. Just
But and like,
I
who
would like to
knew-
see it on 4K.
Who knew that like someone getting beat up, like beat to a pulp, could be beautiful?
Right.
I mean, like very impressive on some of those stunts.
The cinematography, even
Yeah.
in the violence,
Just
was
striking.
was thought out.
Well, or like
focus.
a motorcycle like
Oh, right.
on fire flying
Yes.
through the air, but it
Yes.
was like,
and like you're saying, Dave, all just incredibly crisp.
yeah,
To the point, like you were saying.
I mean, you could see every bit of fabric
Mm.
on everybody. You could see the actual. You could like feel it. It was so well.
You were
And
right
usually
there.
when you focus that hard,
Mm-hmm.
it starts to look like a video. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so they made it.
Yeah, it still had that.
It was
cinema-
incredible.
Yeah.
Like
cinema
I've never
quality.
seen anybody do anything like this before.
it was amazing, and that amount of quality and crispness to like blood and like
right.
wounds. I mean, just
Sure.
like sudden injuries.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a point where
Where you said you felt it, like you
Yeah.
cringed with them.
You did. Pouring of the blood when he's out in the chase in the forest, and he pours that blood over his head, and one stream of blood comes down his face.
One
It's just
drip
it's
off
just
of his
perfectly
eyebrow.
crisp,
You got a tiger instead.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
It was pretty impressive.
which he was doing so that he could that was one of the caged animals at the end of the movie.
Yeah. Now, see, the actual plot and
somebody-
story. I'm going to watch this movie.
There's more to be had.
Like 10 more times probably this year.
So you can understand
Because-
it
Well,
fully.
you miss things. Any movie you see one
It's
time, you miss
subtitled,
it.
right, it's
Right.
In a 3-hour movie, there's plenty of opportunities to miss
And
some stuff.
subtitled is a fair point for us. Like,
Sure.
you're not watching it in your native, but it does make you pay attention more.
It
I
does.
think.
It does. But the thing is, if I get distracted for a second,
Sure.
then all of a sudden there's
Yeah,
words going
you've
by,
lost a little
and
bit.
I've lost it.
Right.
Well, and to be fair, I digested this in a couple of sittings. I
Right.
mean, that's usual for me, especially a 3-hour movie. But I rewatched parts on purpose.
Okay.
I backed up a little bit.
Right.
That my first shot, I think I watched the first hour maybe because I couldn't
You,
stop.
you did, yeah. I got a text. You said
Yeah.
I'm already an hour in.
Yeah,
that
I mean, I was
sounds
just
familiar.
gonna do the Bill test and watch it for like 15
you go.
minutes, see what I think. Right?
Well, you can't. I mean, within 5 minutes,
It's so compelling.
the girl gets hit with a log, and you're like,
And the-
your jaw
the
drops.
mother, as her child is
She's
stolen,
still-
like
Yeah.
talk about.
And then
Gripping.
Ram jumping into the crowd. You're like,
That part. I mean, like,
That's what
yes,
really,
like, pick
that's
your
the one
jaw
that Dave
up off the floor.
said, if you make it in 15 minutes, you will be hooked.
He
Anybody that-
literally beat back a mob
A bit more than a mob. It was like
to
like
specifically escort one person in. I
With-
mean, like,
with
it
a
was
stick.
ridiculous.
1,000 people.
with a stick.
1,000 plus.
And I mean, a lot of the scenes obviously are extreme, unbelievable,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
I
but-
mean,
but
like
that's the fun part about
that's
it.
the intent.
it is.
The rescue scene with the like motorcycle under the bridge.
Oh, right.
That was
another similar one.
insanity.
Right, where you're suspending disbelief.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, I do not care. I love this. It's great.
But
and
that was so like that's where I really fell in love with this movie because that's
Yeah.
where their bromance like blossoms.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
And
Right,
for a
right.
second, you think like, wait, this is gonna go sideways. Like somebody's
Mm-hmm.
gonna die, or like he's actually evil. Like what's happening here? But then they just,
Oh, yeah.
you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You knew something when they caught each other's eye from 1,000 feet away. He's
And then
up
they
on the
just
bridge.
shorthand communicated that
Right.
entire plan.
I love that. I love that.
Oh, it was insane.
So,
Yeah.
did you read the history of this? Like, do you know that
I
they're?
have not.
So they're actually both of them are revolutionary heroes,
Right. Well, in
Okay.
1920s
Right,
or
but,
so.
but
I
they
mean,
never
this
met
is-
each other in real life.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
that's why it's fantastical.
Right.
That it's just like
A fictitious story about two legendary revolutionaries. So the legendary revolutionaries were
Say that
were
7
real,
times fast.
but yet you're saying that it's not like they met. Like you said in our last one, if Ben Franklin and Abraham Lincoln got together
Gotcha.
in our
which
culture.
never could happen. Right.
Right.
Well, and that's just
In a story with them.
they were both so like genuine and so exemplary in their own lanes and like culturally and whatever. But gosh, didn't you just feel everything they did?
I did. That's why I kind of
Yeah.
lost
So genuine.
the story a little bit. I was feeling their emotion and the spectacle and
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
like I'm just going, and I'm noticing everything. So
right.
I need to keep on watching it.
yeah.
Right.
And
There's
get
so
the
much.
Catch
story
the
down.
subtleties. Yeah.
Exactly, because at some points you're so concentrated on the amazing visuals that you might be glossing over a bit of a really important
I mean,
storyline.
And it was I mean like thick in that you have this backstory from his childhood and like his father's legacy is to get guns and
Yes.
then I mean he's undercover and it's
right.
this whole
that's
that's his line.
I love the fact that they kept that a mystery for quite a while.
Right.
I mean that really added a lot to the story.
Well, and then you just like fell in love with their friendship so much and their partnership and their
Yeah.
just kick assedness.
Right.
I mean, like the dance scene.
Oh.
Can we please? You were just like,
I
oh
know.
my goodness, out of nowhere. It's insanity. So good.
I wish
I wish we
do
could
that.
dance.
I
They
would.
were dancing so hard.
It is a very physical dance.
Yes.
My gosh, like I would
Like
have
the faint of heart or not fit.
Did you
can't
dance in the last
like that.
video?
Bill, I think, did.
Okay,
Bill
because
did.
I haven't watched the whole video
Yeah, I
yet.
haven't made it there yet. Hopefully, we don't offend anybody by Bill's dancing.
That's hilarious. I can't wait to see it now.
I almost want to do like a tutorial and learn that dance.
Yes.
Find somebody that can
That was
teach
always,
us.
I mean, so I used to watch, you like America's Got Talent. There's
Right.
dancers on there sometimes.
Sure.
I watched a reality show for a while called So You Think You Can Dance.
Oh,
Okay.
we watch
And
that a lot.
Yeah, I love it. And it makes you want to be a dancer.
It does.
But that was always my favorite when they did Bollywood numbers. It's so
yeah.
awesome.
Energetic.
It is.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, like, just so athletic.
Yeah.
You can't, like I said, you cannot do that if you're not.
Athletic and joyful.
fit.
I mean, it looked like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of fun. But yeah, I if the contest was to see who would be the last man standing, I would not have been the last man standing. Those guys with the arms and the kicking and it's like I would
was
I would
intense.
tip over.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Long ways before they did.
Yeah. But really impressive.
I'm
that way.
thinking of filling the mustache out to like Rams
Oh, a little
thickness,
bit.
you know.
Little
Yeah,
just
wider
for fun.
let's talk
face.
about that for a little while.
That super mustache.
God, these incredibly good-looking guys with their amazing hair.
Yeah.
I think we talked about how much you'd be willing to pay for that hair, Dave.
Beautiful hair.
50,000.
50,000 for the hair for sure.
That's the fair price on it. Oh my gosh. I thought it was so impressive when he went undercover and when he was like, you know, in his soldier persona.
Oh, right.
He looked different. Like he definitely kind of
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
took
Yeah.
that on. It was like
Right.
barely looked like the same person than this like jolly smile guy when he was
it's very-
hanging out with his bro.
The
Very,
first
very
path.
true.
Yeah, the first time I watched it.
That picture right
yes.
there.
There you pull up a different still and they would look like different people.
Yeah. Yep. The one where he's with his helmet on and in full uniform. Very stoic and different
Than the friendly guy
than the friendly guy.
that won the dance competition. Mm-hmm. Or he didn't. He actually took a dive.
Oh, you're right. He did, so that his friend could
Help
win.
his buddy
See, I need to
impress
watch
her.
that more to get to the plot. I don't think I've seen it enough times.
He fell at the dance competition to let him win so that he would look good in front of the girl.
Yeah. How about that stereotypical like bad guy villain?
Oh, yeah.
Part of that. I mean, that was kind of
You know
What did you think he
surprised
looks
me?
like Kelsey Grammer?
A little bit. He had that like
Which one?
regal kind of turn
the
to him.
bad guy,
the main bad
the governor,
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the governor.
whatever. his
Kind of
name.
light piercing eyes.
Yeah, we
He
know
fit the
him.
part. He fit
Ray
the part.
Stevenson. We talked a little bit about
Yeah.
him. as
His
Scott
wife.
Buxton.
I don't know that I know her from anything else, but she kind of surprised me at a moment too. I don't know if it was just her performance or the line combination of the
She
two.
looked evil.
She
from,
was so evil.
So evil.
But
Oh,
I mean, when she busted out the whip with
the,
the
the whip with the nails in it.
spikes
Yeah,
on
we
it, and
mentioned
then was
that.
like, you know,
It was
let
like
the wretch feel it. I'm
it was
like,
the passion of the.
whoa!
I know, and her like flippant like comments like, "There's not enough blood." You know,
Yeah.
I was expecting a pool below him.
I was like, I thought he was the bad guy, but hello.
Yeah, she plays a Nazi in
yes.
The Last Crusade.
Sure.
Elsa.
I do recognize her now. That was a long time ago.
It was, yeah.
She's older now, but still beautiful.
Yeah,
But definitely plays that.
Yeah, she was perfect.
Yep.
She was Nazi
Nailed it.
in this as
Nailed
well.
it.
And Ray Stevenson played, a really good part as well.
Yeah.
I liked him in the very end, when everybody gets to do the dance and that the follow up, and he's a little bit more friendly then.
Yeah, there you go.
They lighten him up. Mm-hmm. He's a character. He's playing a part.
Well, they let everybody
Get
in the
there.
last dance scene, right? You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Love that. Love that as a tradition. Definitely going to be the start of watching a lot more movies.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Bollywood. I mean, we do need suggestions. So
Yeah.
anybody
love
is
the
watching
suggestion.
this,
Oh
please
my
give
gosh.
us lots of suggestions on what movies we should be
I'm
watching.
just like watching the stills fly by of this movie still again, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch it
There's a movie called
again.
Acharya,
Okay.
and that is Ram Charan.
Okay.
Hmm.
I was gonna say,
There's no English track, but I want to see that one.
okay.
So it's full on.
It's full on. I'm not gonna know what's going on.
They give you some subtitles, can't you?
I don't know.
Oh well, then I can't. I mean,
Don's like, I
With
need
the-
to understand it.
I gotta
mean,
at
you
least
can-
be able to understand it.
No, but I want to try.
Just to get a feel
You
for
know,
it.
I want to just get a feel. Like
I'm all
like this
for that.
this movie had so
That would be such an...
So much that you didn't need language.
I was just
through.
going to say, I just saw like Molly being torn from her mother's arms.
True.
And then, you know, I mean, yeah. Do you need language for that?
No.
You just showed her
No.
mother again. But I mean, like, you definitely don't for
Right.
a lot of that.
And actually, this movie in particular, I mean, others may be different. This had, you know, tons of intense visual scenes that
Well, I'm going to
Yes.
check out SS.
didn't even have
Ro-
dialogue.
What's his name?
Yeah, I would watch
Rashamuli?
any
I'm gonna check
others
out-
of his movies
Yeah, I'm gonna
for
check out
sure.
them all.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know the proper order.
I believe these are ones that everybody's saying to watch.
What's
Okay.
it? Pronounce that for us.
Bahubali. Bahubali 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
So
Okay.
that's 2015 and 2017.
Bahubali. Let me read that. Let
Ooh,
me see that.
that looks amazing too. There he is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Bahubal. Is it Bahubal?
read about him a little bit
Would
more.
you like
Let's
to
have
give it-
Kelly. Let's
like
have
to
Kelly.
try
Come
it?
on.
I
Try
don't
it for
speak
the.
Indian at all.
Well,
Bahubali.
Bahubali. All right, part 1 and part 2. We're gonna
Someone
watch those.
Please correct us.
I'm sure you should. I'm gonna Google it as soon as we're done here.
Yeah.
Dave's always making me just pronounce stuff on
Well,
the fly.
I figured you
Oops,
could
sorry.
do that.
I can't wait to see more of his movies. Period. I would watch anything he made.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else can we say about this one? Anything?
I mean, I wonder what it would be like with watching this without subtitles. Now that you raised the question, I feel like it would have been still hard not to watch.
Yeah, I mean, you would have. You wouldn't have got
The subtleties.
the subtleties, but I think you would get it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long movie. You eventually kind of get the flow of it. But
I'm just into how beautiful this is. I
Yep.
want to hear it on. I haven't watched it in my theater, so
Oh, yeah.
I want.
We should.
I want a physical copy,
right. So you
4K,
get the best quality.
of everything, and then see it.
I think it sounds like a plan.
Yep. Sounds like a Friday night.
But
A
yeah,
long Friday.
we just really wanted you to give your two cents worth.
Highly
Highly
recommend.
recommended.
Is that right?
Yeah. I
4 thumbs up.
I'll throw a log on that fire. Highly recommend.
Cool. Okay.
There we go.
I guess that's it.
It's
I had to jump in.
Had to jump in. Love it.
Loved it.
Still love it.
It was sensational.
Yeah.
long holiday weekend. So
Yeah. Got to get something in there.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch another movie off of Netflix.
We'll
Maybe
watch
we
a
can
few,
find
I'm sure.
Bahubali 1 and 2. Just find out where those are.
I might be watching them right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you click on one of them right now, I bet you can. It'll say where it's available.
Ooh.
If it's Amazon Prime,
Watch on Netflix.
Oh,
there you go.
Damn. There you go. All right.
Bahubali at the beginning.
That's only 2 hours and 39 minutes.
All right. I'm
That
in.
is in ancient India, an adventurous and daring man becomes involved in a decades-old feud between two warring peoples.
Sounds intense.
Okay.
There you go. Movie
Action
Chatter
drama.
Podcast at gmail.com. You can talk to us there.
Tell
There
us
you
what
go.
else to watch.
Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
I mean, you can review the show at applepodcast.com.
There you go.
Right?
Check
we
it
haven't
out
had a
there.
review for a while.
Yeah. Go there, give us 5 stars.
5 stars.
Or nothing at all.
Or nothing at all.
Yeah, or just move on.
There you go.
Sounds fun.
But
And subscribe to the YouTube channel.
YouTube
Yay.
channel, we have the podcast. Find us on Spotify.
All that.
All that, you know.
We'll be around
Just
again.
Google us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Until then, goodbye.
Later, boys.
Later.